Alright! Hello, everybody! Hello! TJ's Boy Dweller, welcome back to Ready to and Double. And y'all may be wondering, wait a minute. Kaleida, I could have sworn that you beat the game last time! There's been 55 goddamn episodes and you still got one at Root Double! Well, first of all, I'm glad there's more because I really love this game. Second of all, this is the Extend edition, which means we have new Extend content in the Extend episode, Extreme. And G-Ace has provided some background here in the chat about what exactly Extend episode is. I shall read it off for y'all. In the first off, a history lesson. In the original non-Extend edition of Root Double, after the normal ending branch, which I assume is with Watase pointing the gun at Natsuko, it was actually a second round of character flashbacks where you dove into every one of you new memories. What? Oh no, I mean not that one, not the gun one, but the one where you choose who gets to stay behind with the bomb. But like, except Natsuko. Wow, this was heavily criticized by players. Yeah, I could totally see. Yeah, but for dragging down the pacing of an already jam-packed route and for its placement right in the middle of the climax, absolutely. I will say, this is a great game. The pacing for the first 2/3 of it was on the nose, constantly at the edge of my seat or being entertained, or both. Route D's pacing, the flashbacks, like as informative as they were, really slowed things down. I understand the ones about changing memories, why they had to be there, but I really wish that a lot of that information could have been, like, I understand some of them had to be like learned by Natsuko at that point in the story. It makes sense, especially like Enna and Ukita and stuff like that. But you know, as for some of the other characters like June and Watase, like, you know, their big memory dump didn't have to be there. You know, I mean, like, oh, I suppose Watase's did because he was the first, but like, you know, June's like didn't, and Sayu's could have been before that in some way. I just, I don't know. I can definitely see the complaints because, yeah, the pacing of Route D is one of the few negative points of this game. Even though it's great at the end, it's just like, you're by that, the story is kind of a victim of its own success. Because by that point, you're so invested in the characters that you really want to see what happens to them. And it's just like you really want to learn about their past and stuff, but at the same time you're like, come on, I want to see what's going to happen. Are they going to live or die? Like, what's going to happen to them? Like are they going to get out of here or what? And it's like, I know the information itself is interesting, but it's like, that's not what your brain, as someone interested in the story, wants to hear at that point. Like, you want to know what's going to happen to them in the now, because it's such an urgent situation, and you spent 2 whole thirds of the game and like this, like, you know, the quote-unquote Route C hyping up like what was going to happen after Natsuko and Watase finally teamed up, and then you're hit with like 17 tons of flashbacks, which, again, they're not bad in and of themselves, but yeah, it's backloaded for sure. Anyway, I've been rambling. So what happened is that in the Extend edition, this round of flashbacks was removed from Route D and put in the Extend episode with a new scene to establish, you know, why, like the new context for this, and new scenes for Natsuko. So that's what this is. It's basically more information about our beloved cast of characters. Right, let's get back into it. Extension time! I remember the days of long ago. Meditate on all your works. Consider what your hands have done. The New Testament songs. It was a fateful day for those 9. September 16th, 2030. That absurdly long day came to an absurdly long end. An absurdly long night finally absurdly arrived. After all 9 of them boarded the helicopter. RAM, random access memory. Every last one of them was exhausted. They sank down into their seats in the helicopter. I see. It's them like going over in their minds their parts of their lives. I see. Each of their faces expressed both the relief of having survived and the joy that the others survived as well. Oh, Natsuhiko, Yuri! Thank goodness the 2 of you got out safely! Yeah, getting out of there alive really was a bit of a gamble, wasn't it? In any case, thanks, Moshiro. Good job catching my telepathy and coming to pick us up. Oh, hell yeah! You know we'll always save my dude! Well, of course I caught it! I waited for like forever for it to come. Almost as long as I waited for you to kiss me. Yes, I suppose that was long overdue. Oh, hell yeah! But, Sayu's the real MVP here, you know? She instructed the pilot to keep the chopper on standby in the air, so that we wouldn't leave your telepathy range. I was anxious because I was unsure of the range, but I'm glad it reached. When we saw you guys from up above, I cried a little. Salyu, you've sure become a bit of a crybaby, haven't you? Shut up, Natsuko. It's not like I'm in love with you or anything, baka. Hello, St. Bull. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much, St. Paul. Salyu reached out her hand and softly slapped Natsuko on the cheeks. Yuri and Mashida smiled quietly as they watched. As that was going on, the adults talked amongst themselves as well. Are you sure you're okay, Kazami? Yes. Kazami was sitting near Nagisa's body when she answered. That's right, they have a dead body with them. This girl told me that as long as I remember her, she'd always be with me. That I can always see her again as long as I remember. So I should be able to bear this sadness. Now that I've been able to see her again one last time, I think that's my one solace. Hello, Zarmegas, welcome to the stream. Kazami said no more. June softly grasped her hand beside her. See us. Let's hold a proper service for Nagisa. Together. Yes, we should. Kazami responded as she wiped the tears away from the corner of her eyes. Watase quietly wrapped his arm around her shoulders. Ah! And that's when Enna finally broke her silence with an anxious tone in her voice. So, Captain Kasasagi, Mr. Rukita, what are you two going to do now?
Turn ourselves in, obviously. Indeed. We should let our crimes be judged by the public. So once we get to the ESP bureau, arrest the old man and me.
I see. Understood. We at the ESP bureau have the right to arrest, so I'll deliver you to the court personally.
Yeah, that's fine.
Watase then looked to the kids. He spoke in a low voice to Natsuko, who was leaning against the helicopter seat.
Hey, Natsuko. I plan to spend all my days after this atoning for my crimes. Me too. We went down the wrong route of this route double, and we need to admit that, or nothing else will change. Even if my sentence ends before my days are up, I'll keep atoning after I'm released. Our crimes will never fade. And regardless, the reason I chose to atone is all thanks to you. Thanks, Natsuko.
You don't have to thank me for that. I was just thinking that you of all people would want to make amends. So Oh, thanks for the warning, GAs. Natsuko cut off there. His sudden silence prompted Yuri to peer into his face. Hikorin.
Did he fall asleep? I guess he must be worn out. He did stay up the whole night after all.
It's only natural, isn't it? That boy wore down his own mind, fighting to save us. That's right! You did good, Natsuko. When I first met him, I thought he was kind of a wimp, to be honest. But he really is a sturdy boy, huh? Y'all are lucky yourself, Mashiro. Oh, thanks!
As a fellow man, I salute you. I can no longer treat you like a child.
But still, he looks so calm and cute when he's asleep. I wonder what kind of dream he's having. Such a cutie little Natsuko. I don't know, but we should let him sleep in peace. Natsuko didn't just wear down his mind. His body's all worn out too. That's true. Rest well, Hikari. And with those words, silence filled the helicopter. Soon enough, sleeping breaths could be heard here and there throughout the cabin. I gotta read Jace's comment.
I can no longer treat you as a child, but I can treat you as a son.
Then Natsuko's eyes shoot open.
Touch my mum and you're dead, old man.
And then he goes right back to sleep.
Well, you're getting a mind crush. I don't care about ethics. This is personal.
Oh, jeez. 9 survivors finally fell into peaceful sleep. Oh my god, we're getting first-person dialogue from the artificial soul. I probably don't have much time to view with them. Self-Winkle. My information energy is gradually dissipating. I can still observe, but intervention is becoming impossible. This will most likely be my last opportunity to come into contact with their feelings and desires. Which is why now is the time to go through their memories once more. Doing so probably won't change anything, but should help me gain a better understanding of them and avoid messing up the pacing of the story. Oh, jeez. As soon as I think that, my VCU particles affect their brains. And the fragments of the 9 survivors' memories quietly float before me. Wow. That is so cool. First-person dialogue from Soul or Plexus. Whatever. Here we go. Now, saving. Wait, what is this question mark? Oh, the extended episode has both all the flashbacks. Oh, it has all the flashbacks from Route D and new scenes? Oh my god. Really? Oh god, how do I tell which is which? Oh god. Okay, the new scenes are marked with a key icon. Oh, extended episode scenes are treated as new, so you can't skip through them normally. Okay. Should I start with the question mark, or... So go to the options and change the skip options to skip. Wait, what? Why did it do that? When I right-clicked, I tried to right-click to... Okay, good, it goes back to this. Okay, false alarm. Make sure to save Natsuko for last. Okay. Sure. I guess I'll watch question mark? Remember the days of long ago. Meditate on all your works, Uchikoshi and Nakazawa, and consider what your hands have done. Oh no, this is just the same scene. Oh god, what is the... Oh yeah, So go to the options, change the skipped options to... Okay. Alright, well, this is the same scene, so I just skip through it. Okay. So, any order is fine. Let's do Kita first. Oh, here we go. The key. We've seen that one. I'm pretty sure we've seen these two. If you could tell me something where old scenes with new content have keys. Okay, so if it's not marked with a key, then that means there's no new scenes. Okay. Garbage collection. Ukita then gained a comrade in Watase. Together they started concocting their plan. What they hated most were Rokame City and Lavo. So they planned to deal a fatal blow to them by saving the test subjects. A dangerous plan, but with Watase's help it just might work. XE garbage collection. The structure of the plan was follows. First, Ukita would detonate incendiary explosives inside Lavo, then take that chance to save the test subjects with Watase and his comrades. Ukita decided he'd use an ultrasonic... Oh, some new scenes are in green and they aren't marked? Wow, that's... Why would they do that? That's really mean. They wouldn't tell you whether a new scene is? God. Oh, here we go. Alright, remember about the coffee. Yep. Happened to come across Dr. Tenkawa. I think we've seen this. Oh, it'll automatically stop at the SSS branch where the new content is. Oh, great. Mr. Ukita, what are you doing in a place like this?
Dr. Tenkawa! Hello?
Ukita felt surprised, but he managed to compose himself and replied with a normal look on his face. Oh, this isn't new? Okay. Oh god. Which way do I put this for something new? Oh god. Answer 1 always gives you the new content. Thank you so much. What would I do without you, GA? Seriously.
I apologize for asking you such a bizarre question again. I know it's late for me to be saying this, but I'm grateful for you for covering for me. Our ways of thinking may differ, but you really are an amazing person.
Mr. Ukita.
You know, Dr. Tenkawa, if it were ever possible, I wish that we could work together once again.
Saying that, he felt just a brief twinge of hesitation. Here we go.
Perhaps I would have been happier being in the dark. I could have simply devoted myself to researching the unknown alongside Dr. Tenkawa. But
Ukita had learned the truth about Labo. He gritted his teeth as he continued speaking to Dr. Tenkawa.
Dr. Tenkawa, please. Please never forget your conscience, if nothing else. Not as a scientist, but as a human.
I already know that. No need to tell me. Feeling a bit relieved by those words, Ukita left her.
Professor, I hope you'll always act in accordance with that sentiment.
But an unexpected change happened on his way home that day. Ukita noticed suspicious-looking cars following his.
Have those cars been tailing me the whole time?
They kept on sticking to his tail even after he'd slowed down.
Could they be from Security Sector 6 thing the Professor spoke of?
Ukita's phone suddenly rang at that thought. Ah! Yeah, this is old. Okay. There we go. New memory has appeared. Wow, that was tiny. Here we go. XE network. Now here's a brand new scene. The new Ukita scenes are in Virus and the unlocked one. Okay, thanks. Alright, so network and virus. I guess I'll do it in chronological order. Okay, so this is all brand new now. Back when Ukita was still working as the observer for Special Observation Target NA2. He came across Dr. Shinkawa by pure coincidence in the reference room one day between shifts. As they took a break, they discussed topics that weren't directly related to their work. Here we go. God! Yeah.
近頃は年々コミュニケーターの出生率が上がっているけど
Mr. Ukita, the birth rate of communicators has increased in recent years.
その理由についてどう思う
Why do you think that is? It was a sudden question, just like Quirk's. So Ukita thought it over for a bit before answering.
そうですね。やはり抵抗進化説的に考えると
Good question. Well, when you consider in terms of the orthogenesis theory,
コミュニケーターが従来の人間よりも社会的生物として優れているから増えているのではないでしょうか。
perhaps communicators are increasing in number because they're better suited for modern society than typical humans?
つまりコミュニケーターはこの複雑化した社会に適応できるように生まれた人類の進化系ということね。
In other words, you're saying that they're an evolution of humanity that was born so they could adapt to this ever-complicating society. Huh.
そうです。これまで人間は社会が複雑化していくに従い、さまざまなコミュニケーション手段を生み出してきました。
That's right. Up until this point, the more complicated society has gotten, the more communication methods mankind has developed.
しかし近年、社会は複雑化し、混迷を極めています。
But recently, the great turmoil has come with the complication of society.
そんな世界にもたらされた BC という能力。
Then BC was brought into the world.
それは新たな社会に適応できるよう神が人に与えた力なのではないかと。
Perhaps it's a power God gave to humanity so they could adapt to this new society.
あら、浮田さん意外にロマンチックなのね。
Oh, God! Oh, my. I didn't take you for such a romanticist.
Well, I don't know. Why do I think the birth rate for communicators increased? What do we say you and I experiment?
And then the distance you hear.
I warned you, Kita! Fucking hell! Hands off my mum! Mind crush! Ah!
Oh, God. Thank you, jeez. That one. Oh, my God. Ukita, feeling like she now saw him as a bit childish, quickly grew embarrassed.
定番の考えですが。
Well, it's not exactly a unique idea.
確かによく挙げられる説ね。でも私の意見は違うわ。
True. It is a rather common theory. But I have a different idea.
と 言いますと
Oh, what would that be, if I may ask?
まず BC 粒子のエネルギー量が高い環境下に人間を置くと IGF2R 遺伝子が変異すると言われているわよね。
First of all, it's said that when individuals are placed in areas of high BC particle energy concentration, their IGFR2 genes mutate. I do too, jeez. I know, I feel bad for Rukina too. It's just... You should blame his character designer for making him look like 3 different people from... from... depending on the direction he's facing. That was the start of it.
ええ、九段の WX 粒子による変異ですね。
Indeed, the mutation's caused by the WX particles, yes?
そう。でもこれは WX 粒子だけではなく M 粒子でも起こりうると思うの。
Correct. But I believe this is caused not only by WX particles, but also M particles.
え
Huh?
つまりコミュニケーターが BC を使いその地域の BC 粒子エネルギー量が高まり
In other words, when a communicator uses BC, the BC particle energy levels around them increase.
そしてそれがその地域の住人の遺伝子にわずかながら干渉し遺伝子変異を発生させる
Which then meddles slightly with the genes of those living nearby, causing genetic mutations.
とりわけ胎児などには影響が大きいでしょうね
It probably has a huge effect on unborn children in particular.
つまりコミュニケーターが BC を使えば使うほど新たなコミュニケーターは増えていくのよ
In other words, the more BC is used, the more new communicators are born.
その流れの黎明期に我々はいるのではないかしら
Perhaps that means we are in fact in the dawn of a new era, caused by that process.
おお、つまり進化によってコミュニケーターが発生するのではなく自ら起こしている遺伝子変異現象だということですね。
Yeah, I can see taking time literally after the climax of the story to have this. Like, yeah, things like this, which is really just extra conversations. I could see why people would be pissed off. Totally.
I see. So essentially you're saying that communicators don't appear as a result of evolution, but rather due to a genetic mutation phenomenon caused by their own hand.
Kind of a feedback loop there is what she's suggesting.
そうよというのも2014年以降新生児にコミュニケーターが増えているということ
That's right. What's more, there have been much more newborn communicators from 2014 onwards.
そしてコミュニケーターの出生率が徐々に上がっていること
Also, the birth rate of communicators has been gradually increasing ever since.
この2点を照らし合わせるとそんな答えもあり得るかなと思うの
I believe my theory is plausible when you compare those 2 points.
なるほど。そちらの方が我々にはしっくりきますね。
Interesting. That seems to explain everything much more concisely.
何しろコミュニケーターイコール進化した人類説にはいろいろと突飛な説もくっついてきますから。
After all, these are sort of the erratic theories. There are all sorts of erratic theories that go along with the whole communicator to the next stage in evolution for humans idea.
Huh?
こういう意見もあるようです。いわく
I have heard of another opinion in brief.
コミュニケーターは進化した人間ではない。もともと太古の時代に存在したいわば古い人類だ。
Communicators are not the next step in human evolution. Rather, they are a so-called ancient race that existed in the distant past.
その旧人類は BC を用いて人々の意思統一を図り強固な社会を築いた。
That ancient race aimed to build a powerful society where mankind was of one mind. Through BC.
しかし BC を用いすぎたため社会全体で人々の意識が確一化し個人の自我は消えた。
But overuse of BC in that society caused homogeneity among everyone's consciousness as a whole, and thus their individual selves faded away.
Interesting. Oh, Mr. Okita? Is there any archaeological evidence for such a society? Because this sounds like an SCP.
その結果、天災などの突発的事態に対応できず、一気に滅亡した。
I love that. Unfortunately, their souls were weighted down by gravity. And then an annoying ass girl goes, "That's it!" Okay. Alright.
As a result, they grew unable to deal with sudden situations like natural disasters, and were wiped out in one fell swoop.
なんだか本当に突飛ね。
That is indeed quite erratic.
僕もそう思いますが、もっともな感じもします。
I agree, but I also feel it's plausible.
他人の気持ちが分かりすぎるというのも考えものではないですか？
Understanding others' emotions too much should never be considered. Wouldn't you agree?
まあね。でもその説と私の説を合わせると。
I suppose so. But when you take that theory and combine it with my own...
現在コミュニケーターは加速度的に増えている。
The communicator population is currently growing at an accelerating rate.
そしてコミュニケーターが増え BC を使いすぎると人類の意識は確一化し滅びやすくなる。
And if their population increases and they overuse BC, then mankind's consciousness will reach homogeneity, widening the path to our extinction. And we get to play all these sad songs as we all turn into orange juice.
したがってこのままいくと人類の未来は危険ということになるのかしら。
So if left unchecked, humanity's future is in danger. And in the end we'll just be left with a boy choking a girl on the edge of a red ocean. That's the conclusion you'd get.
そういうことになりますね。
I suppose it would be, but then time would reset, and things would go better the next time, and we'd eventually get a happy ending.
Touché. Silence reigned between them for a moment. But Dr. Tenkawa soon broke out into a smile and continued.
冗談よ。そうすぐに滅びるものではないと思うわ。
I'm kidding. I don't believe we go extinct quite so easily and quickly.
ですよね。
Right, of course.
仮に人類が滅びの運命なんてものに向かっていたとしても我々がその回避手段を必ず見つけ出す。
Even if humanity is fated to proceed down the path to extinction, we'll find a way to keep that from happening. I'm sure of it.
そう考えるとこの誰にも語れない地味な仕事もやりがいが出てこない？
When you think of it that way, it makes this thankless job we can't tell anyone about completely worth it, don't you think?
そうですね。そう思いますよ。
That's quite true. I believe that as well.
Okita then returned to smile. Times like this, between their shifts and hard work, felt very pleasant to him. But only a week later, Okita discovered Labo's secret and slid away from Dr. Tenkawa. As a result, there was a part of each other's minds that they'd never learn about. Keiji Okita is now a chip that they couldn't use BC. If they only just talked to each other a little more, they could have reached some level of understanding.
Oh, thankfully, such a tragedy was avoided.
Okay, and there's one more new one, you said, G-Ace. It's called Virus, was the other new one. Right here. Back when Okita had been contacted by the man from Q.
銃はかつてテロ組織ではなかった。 Q was once not a terrorist organization. We were a simple citizen group with good intentions.
I think this is still old. Because I remember him saying this.
We pleaded our case to the world. It is only a natural right to not want others reading your mind.
That was what he told Yukita. At the time, Yukita took little notice about that tidbit. In hindsight, he found it concerning. Oh, I see. I see what's going on.
It appears Q was operating as a citizen group back in the day. Think the name Q was known to the world back then? So the organization called Q already existed. When the Great Rokume City arson occurred...
Yukita had been 19 at the time. His hair was just starting to turn gray. But he'd never heard of any group or organization with that name. So when Akita tried asking the man from Q about it the next day...
You can say that back then we did yet didn't exist.
He got that answer.
What does that mean?
Oh, really? Interesting.
We called ourselves by a different name back then. It was only long after the Great Rokume City arson we started calling ourselves Q. As I told you earlier, we were arrested under false pretenses after the Great Rokume City arson happened. We were sentenced unnaturally quickly as well. We then spent 3 years in prison. By the time we were released and saw the world outside the walls of the prison for the first time in years, society had undergone a massive change. The city where we were born and raised was now caged by those city gates. We weren't even allowed to return to Rokume due to our criminal record. All for the crime speaking what was on our minds.
Back then, you truly were guiltless, weren't you?
That's right. Thus we revived the organization once again to plead our innocence. The Rokume City statesmen were far more cunning than we'd imagined. Once they learned of the revival of our organization, they just tried to use us as part of their scheme to maintain public order. They pinned all the BC-related crimes that occurred throughout the country on us.
What? Why would they do that?
It made it easier for them to maintain public order that way, that's why.
They created it themselves. Oh, wow.
The statesman branded us with the name of Q. In other words, it was of questionable origin, and framed us up as a fictional terrorist organization. That lie was taken by society to be the truth. The story went that there's a Japanese organization that hates communicators. They're the worst kind of terrorists there are. The ones who caused the Great Rokume City arson.
コミュニケーターはかわいそうな被害者。でも精霊して機密都市に来れば安全に暮らせます。
The communicators are unfortunate victims. But they can live in peace if they come to the government down there in top secret cities.
そんなに嫌でもいい言葉を誰もが受け入れる。
Everyone just soaks up these lies like a sponge.
つまり我々は公共の治安のための生贄にされたのさ。
In other words, we were made a scapegoat all in the name of public order.
わかるか。これが我らが組織の誕生の経緯だ。
Now do you understand? This is how our organization came to be.
敵が我々をテロ組織だというのなら、その嘘を真実に変えてやる。
If our enemies branded us as
我々
terrorists,
の復讐心の源なんだよ。
we'll turn that falsehood into reality. That is the source of our desire for revenge.
Those words made Okita shudder in fear.
I can understand why he feels that way, but still.
Regardless of the reasons behind Q and Okita's methods, they're still acts of terrorism at the end of the day. Even if their opinions fell on deaf ears otherwise, resorting to acts of destruction was far too removed from the rules of society. But the society that Q hated so much, in other words, Rokame City, had also fallen far off the beaten track of those rules.
Just how long will this chain of malice continue?
He felt something was wrong with Q's opinion. That said, he didn't know who was in the right.
No, maybe nobody's in the right here.
He still remembered a passage from book he read as a child.
He who looks upon everyone as monsters soon becomes a real monster himself. Then who is the monster? Hey, Q? The Rokame City government? Oh,
Oh, that was super interesting. Great. A little bit more about the history. Wow, they totally created their own fucking worst enemy. Oh, wow. Look at Moshino's. Moshino gets like 50 new fucking seeds. Oh, wow. Diggity dang. Oh, wow. He read Nietzsche as a child. That's true. Jeez. Oh, wow. Wait, what? What does that say? What? What? Start with the last one, but this one says cicada seeds. Oh my god! I really want to start with that. Okay, I'll start with the last one. Oh my god, I gotta read that! Okay, start with the last one. Masaru is fine with Natsuko as he is, but the visit to the park serves as a bitter reminder of Mashi's past. I forgot, there's so many chapter titles I completely forgot. Natsuko changed after Yuri's death, but naturally that didn't mean he was discontent with anything in particular. Oh, should I be able to fast forward until something, oh, not the last key one. Oh, god damn it. No! How do I get out? Ah! Oh. Okay. He becomes so quiet that he seemed to be a completely different person. Mama should have believed that the old Natsuko was still there at his core. But even so, once they came to a certain place where the shared memories long passed, she couldn't help but feel her heart tear in two.
真っ白ってそのなんだ
Oh, I remember this one.
いいやつだな
Oh my, I love that he's blushing with this. So this brings us back the lovely parts of Route B. This is like the sweet parts of Route B. Oh, anything marked with the key is an old scene with a new branch. Okay, thanks.
Mashiro, I don't know how to say this, but You're a good person.
Natsuhiko! That's what Natsuhiko had said as they returned from their field trip. He expressed an embarrassed expression was the same as how he was as a boy. Something suddenly tightened his Mashino's chest, forcing her to look away.
何言ってんの？昔の夏彦がやってたことを真似してるだけだよ。
What are you talking about? I'm just copying what you did back in the day. Oh God, oh Natsuhiko. Oh, do go on, please. Seriously.
そうなのか？昔の僕はいいやつだったってこと？
All right. As much as I love this scene to pieces and would love to read it again, in the interest of time, we have to fast forward to the news branch. Their daily life would one day collapse, but there was indeed peace within that life. Answer 1. Here we go. Like their nostalgic chat in the park illuminated by the glow of the setting sun. Even if that peace was only temporary, it was an irreplaceable treasure to her.
ねえ、夏彦。
Hey, Natsuhiko?
Hmm?
覚えてる？あの頃のこと。
Do you remember that one time?
ユーリと一緒に3人でここを駆け回ってた頃のこと。
When you, Yuri, and I used to run all around this place at the speed of sound.
ああ、もちろん。懐かしい思い出だよ。
Yes, of course I do. That really brings me back.
多分あの頃私ね、
It was probably around that time.
夏彦のこと好きだった。
Oh my god! Natsuhiko's eyes widened at those words!
ああ、
意地悪だけど、いざという時は優しくてさ。
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine if Natsuhiko said,
yes, I love you. And I love all you guys.
God. Oh, God. Seriously. That fucking line. That better not happen in Xenoblade 3. You were kind of a bully, but you were nice when the time called for it. You were kind of different from the other boys.
喧嘩ばっかりしてたけど、本当はもっと素直に仲良くしたかった。
We always got into fights with each other. But to be honest, I wanted to get along with you better.
子供だったからよくわかんなかったけど、あれが初恋だったんだと思う。
Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't understand at the time because I was just a little kid, but I think that was my first crush.
Oh. Oh, wow, is it getting hot in here or is it just me?
初恋って今は？
That was your first crush? So, how about now?
今も好きだよ。
Oh wow, Mashino, you're really gonna friend zone yourself? My god, what the fuck, Mashino? I still love you as a friend.
でも夏彦にはユーリがいるじゃない。
But you got Yuri, don't ya?
うん。
Yes.
Oh god, the Tales of don't even get me started on Tales of Zestiria. Oh god. I actually read that there was this, like, recently there was this huge behind the scenes drama about Zestiria, about the creator of it. Actually did that whole bullshit heroine swap thing because he had a crush on her voice actor or something, and that's why it got so fucking messed up. But oh my god, Mashita really just friend-zoned herself.
だからそういうことだよ。
So well, that's that.
今の私はね、夏彦と優里を見守ることの方がなんか嬉しいんだ。
You see, right now, I think I'm happier watching over you and Yuri. She had no other way to confess her feelings. Oh god, Mashito! Why would you feel so bad? Yeah, he was booted from the company, and that guy, yeah. Oh my god, Mashito! Why would you do this to yourself? She had no other way to confess her feelings. God, Mashito! This is painful, actually. Oh god. Natsuko cast down his eyes and smiled sadly.
そうか。
I see. Well, I'll still make out with you later for 5 hours.
When he murmured those words, a gentle breeze blew, enveloping the two of them. Mashito gazed at his face from the side and silently prayed that one day she'd be able to make this transient confession a reality. And yes, you will, Mashito! I fucking swear! Oh my god, Mashito! Oh, Mashito. Here we go, the night of September 13th. Mashito tried to tell Natsuko about if she heard a terrorist voice on the bus. Yeah, here's after all the stuff happened. You know, the start of the serious part of the story. But he wouldn't take her seriously. Mashito felt both sad and incredibly angry at that fact.
そっか。本当に変わっちゃったの？夏彦。
Gia, should I fast forward on this one until we get to a sense of sympathy? Should I fast forward or? Oh, this is all new. Really? Because I remember. Okay. I see. You really have changed then, haven't you, Natsuko?
そんなに安全が好きならずっと家にいれば。
If you really love being safe so much, then just lock yourself up in this house forever!
もう夏彦には頼らないよ。じゃあね。
I can't count on you for anything anymore, Natsuko! Goodbye!
おい、ちょっと待てよ、真城。
Hey, wait a second, Mashiro.
Mashiro ran out of the Shinkawa residence while ignoring Natsuko's calls to stop. And thus, Mashiro began to investigate herself. Next morning, Camouflage City, yep. So this is what Mashiro did in the morning of that day, I see. As light rain fell, Mashiro skipped school and headed for the city gates. She thought that if she couldn't get Natsuko to believe her, then she might as well look for the terrace by herself. As she waited for the bus to take her to the city gate, Mashiro thought to herself, "Damn it, Natsuko! I always listen to everything you have to say! How about returning the favor for once? Normally you're supposed to jump to a beautiful girl's rescue when she's in fear, right?" Her anger from the previous night still hadn't subsided. Her irritation towards Natsuko set free the dissatisfaction she usually suppressed. Besides, I think Natsuko's looking down on me a bit too. Even though I'm like the perfect woman, if I do say so myself, hell yeah, there's your freaking confidence! Oh, wow! Mashiro! So badass. Even though I'm like the perfect woman, if I do say so myself, and not to toot my own horn, but you know, I am basically perfect. I'm so cute and cheerful and gentle, and I'm even good at cooking too. Why wouldn't they like me? I'm even the equivalent of Billy level 5. That's the top class in all of Japan. What more does this boy want? But still, that frickin' Nakazawa! He's just taking advantage of our childhood friends. He never does a thing to take it a step further. Yes, yes, yes. This is all I ever fucking wanted. Frickin' Nakazawa! How many times have I tried to trip over into his freaking chest, and he'll just look into my eyes and then want to kiss me? Seriously? It's been at least 7. You think he'd get the hint that I go to his house every day to cook him meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Boy Dweller, it was Yuri who had my Enneagram, not Mashiro. Now that it come to this, she had no choice but to find the terrorist herself and make Natsuko admit he was wrong. But even if Natsuko kneels down and grovels before me, I'm still not gonna let him off the hook! Not until he freaking makes out with me! How should I punish him? Oh, well, no, I know. I'll make Natsuko serve me as a butler for an entire day. Oh, that would be so hot. He'll have to prepare black tea, pull out chairs for me, and pamper me all day! Oh my god, I'm just picturing this. Yes! 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 Oh my god! Natsuhiko in a butler suit, huh? Oh, that's so great, so molly. Oh, give me some more. I gotta keep going with this imagination.
って違う。趣旨から外れてる。
Oh, wait, no! I'm getting off track here! It's a good thing that it's raining, I'll tell you what. Machido's train of thought derailed that far before she quickly pulled herself back together. Ah, right! I'm searching for terrorists! Not daydreaming and fantasizing about Natsuhiko. I shouldn't let my time waiting for the bus go to waste. First, I gotta gather some information. Machido took out her PDA and connected to the internet. She'd already done a simple preliminary investigation yesterday. What terrorist organization would be lurking about the city? It's probably the largest domestic anti-BC organization, Q.
まあネットの情報なんてあんま当てにならないかもだけどね。
Well, it's not like you can trust everything you read on the internet, though. As Master muttered that, she looked to the site that compiled information relating to Q. There were several interesting articles. Q's first incident, December 16th, 2018. A newly established BC research facility in Sarubetsu, Hokkaido was blown up by some entity. Several days after the incident, Sarubetsu City Hall received a threatening letter. We shall punish those who support communicators. That was all that was written. The letter was simply signed with the letter Q. That was the first time the organization Q entered the history books. Not sure when exactly Q was formed. Several aspects about the organization remain a mystery, such as their goal or how their members assemble. One theory states that Q was once the extremist group that caused the Great Rokame City arson in 2014. The name of that group was the Anti-BC League. At the time, they vehemently hated communicators, which resulted in them setting fire to a city where communicators lived. Anti-BC League members were arrested as the culprits behind the Great Arson. It's possibility remains that the members reorganized after their release. Perhaps at the time they renamed themselves Q. With that thought in mind, you might say Q had already formed by 2014. Strangely enough, that was the same year as the Grand Communicator discovery. BC's emergence in history was accompanied by the terrorist organization Q. Communicator and non-communicator alike must beware them. The idea of Japan as a peaceful country detached from terrorism may already be just an illusion of the past. Mashida finished reading the article and muttered to herself.
その団体の名は反 BC 連盟。
That organization's name was the Anti-BC League.
反 BC 連盟のメンバーは同時多発火災の犯人として逮捕された。
The Anti-BC League members were arrested as the culprits behind the Great Arson, huh? But after they were released, they changed their name and continued their activities all over Japan, it seemed. Now, 16 years after the Great Arson, they descended upon the city once again to cause another incident. Why do they hate communicators so much? The man on the bus yesterday even mentioned putting an end to the town's history. Mashida couldn't understand that line of thought at all, but it's still kind of scary. The fear she felt yesterday came back. I'm so afraid, but Natsuko won't come save me, will he? Stupid Natsuko! You're so useless! Heartless even! Mashida forcefully drove away her fear, using her anger toward Natsuko as a distraction. And right around that time, the bus arrived.
来た来た。
Oh, here it comes!
よーし、夏彦のことなんか忘れて正義の旅に出発だ。
Alright! How about we forget double Natsuko and set up on a journey of justice?
一人ぼっちだけどね。
And by we, I mean me. Mashida muttered to herself in a lonely voice before boarding the bus. Now maybe I'll fantasize some more about Natsuko on the bus ride there. Alright, now let's see. Alright, now do the last one and then do all the key ones, I guess. A memory of not too long ago. This was right when they were inside the facility. A thought caught itself in Mashida's mind ever since she learned Yuri was alive. Oh, wow. I think I know what this might be about. Like, all of these seem to be about the characters' relationships rather than directly relating to the plot, in which case I am all for it. In the short time after Natsuko had called for Kazami through the PA, but before she arrived, Mashida looked at Natsuko and Yuri and secretly thought to herself, I'm such a bad girl. Her best friend, whom she hadn't seen in 9 years, was right in front of her, almost snuggling up next to Natsuko. Mashida sighed softly enough that nobody would notice. I got such a pitch-black mind, on the complete opposite of my name. The name Mashida was given to her by her mother, who had wanted to raise a girl as pure as the color white. But Mashida was now tormented by the feelings her mother had placed into her name. Oh, wow. This is awesome. I'm glad, you know what, I really prefer it this way, rather than literally taking up time before the finale. I think as a bonus thing, I think this works a lot better as some kind of bonus information. This is awesome. Which is great because that means with Watase and Kazami, we'll get to see more about their relationship, which is awesome. At least I hope so. Mashida was now tormented by the feelings her mother had placed into her name. Oh my god, this is thinking about like Yuri as a rival. Mashida was surprised from the bottom of her heart to learn that Yuri was alive. Her surprise soon turned into happiness. But even so, for a split second, she had another thought. Yuri's alive, then I don't have a chance. She's gonna take Natsuhiko away. Oh god. No, it's totally, yeah. Wow. This is just, I was wondering if Mashiro was thinking this. And like, that's totally how she would react. She would feel this way, but she would hate herself for feeling this way. She had thought that even Yuri was a precious friend, even though Yuri was a precious friend to her. Even though Yuri had gone to Labo instead of her and wasted 9 years of her life. I'm the worst! People's lives and livelihoods are at stake here, and I have the audacity to think about love? Even if it was just for a second. Oh, that's not her. Yeah, even if it was just for a second. She really could not forgive herself for feeling bitter about her best friend's survival. And now that she had learned of Yuri's devotion and love, she couldn't just ignore it. There was no possible way for her to ignore Yuri's feelings and enjoy her own romance with Natsuhiko. I just guess I should really just back out then. Wow, Mashiro really has... I didn't even notice this, but Mashiro's confidence like kind of goes back and forth, doesn't it? Like, I always saw her as this like pillar of light and joy, but she doesn't think nearly as high of herself as she projects outwardly. Wow. I guess I should just really back out then. I'll watch over the two of them like I always have. Oh, Mashiro, no! Once Mashiro had that thought, Yuri glanced her way. What's wrong, Mashiron? No, it's nothing. I was just thinking that Miss Tachibana's really taking her time getting you, huh? She tried to smooth things over and look away, but she still felt Yuri's gaze upon her. Please don't look, Yuri. Please don't look, Yuri. Please don't look, Yuri. You're the last person I can reveal these feelings to. Oh god. Yeah, she's just like, oh shit, she can read my mind! I better close my heart! With that thought in mind, she tried to close her heart, but then Yuri's voice echoed in her head. Mashiron, could it be? Oh, crap! I know I'm a horrible poison! You thought I was gonna take Hikorin away from you. Oh, it's fine on my end, too. Yeah, it's been fine on my... I think it was a hiccup on your end, because OBS has been okay. It's not knocking on all the wood here, but OBS has not been acting up. Mashiro gasped and asked back with telepathy. Yuri! No way, you read my mind? No, I didn't. What are they gonna do about this? This is quite a quandary. They both did so much for him. My god. This is just such a huge quandary. And now freaking Salyu wants to get in on this. Girl, you are way too late. I just thought that if I were you, I'd be feeling the same thing. I was thinking that I'd back out too. Yeah, that is true. That's what she said to Natsuhiko. Huh? Noticing the sorrow in Yuri's expression, Mashiro bit her lip. Yuri looked at Mashiro and continued. But Mashiron, that's not good for either of us.
誰かのためになら自分は損をしてもいいって考えてばかりいたらダメなんだよ。
We can't keep on thinking that it's okay to make sacrifices for the sake of others.
どうして？
Why?
ユーリだって夏彦のために自分の人生を犠牲にしたじゃない。
You've sacrificed your life for Natsuhiko, haven't you?
だからだよ。
That's exactly why.
むしろ私ね、自分が損をしてもみんなが幸せになればいいって思って生きてきたの。
Mashiron, you see, I lived my life thinking it would be okay to make sacrifices if it made everyone else happy.
でも今日少しずつ気づき始めたんだ。
But today, I've gradually begun to notice something.
そのやり方じゃ結局失うものもたくさんあるって。
That way of thinking just leads to everyone losing lots of things.
マシロンだってずっとヒコリンのことが好きだったんでしょ。その思いを捨てちゃうの？
Mashiron, you've always loved Hikurin, haven't you? Are you going to abandon those feelings?
そんなの私嬉しくないよ。
That won't make me happy at all. Yuri! Mashiro's chest tightened as she heard Yuri's mental voice. Mashiro knew. Yuri wasn't just saying that to be nice. She was really thinking about Mashiro from the bottom of her heart. It was true. If Mashiro backed out now, she would have wasted 9 years of her life thinking about Natsuhiko. But if I backed out, would Yuri be able to have a proper romance with Natsuhiko? Of course not. Just a minute ago, Mashiro was thinking about how she wouldn't have been able to either. No matter how far apart they were, no matter how different their environments were. Mashiro and Yuri still live with similar thoughts. If either of them backed out, it would cause tension between them and fundamentally change how they could act around Natsuhiko. And in the end, it could leave everyone unhappy. But how did they resolve this? And then for everyone to be happy! Mashiro looked at Yuri and sent her telepathy. She mustered up the courage to give her near-decade-long friend a decisive declaration.
ねえ、ユーリ。
Hey, Yuri! I won't lose to you!
何？
What?
だったら正々堂々戦おうよ。夏彦を取り合ってさ。
In that case, let's fight over Natsuhiko fair and square! One final all-out battle for Natsuhiko's heart! Let's end this like the Kaido DLC! Come on! And then the music goes like, you know, the serious song, and then like Mashiro and Yuri have like the Dragon Ball Z auras, like the Oh really, Mashiron? I've been training in all kinds of BC. I've evolved far beyond a mere level 4 such as yourself. A mere level 5 such as yourself. Well, I've known a lot more as well. I have a vast knowledge of plenty of anime to take techniques from. We'll just see who's the winner. And like, it was Mashiro's first clear declaration of rivalry with Yuri. Yuri's face shined at the sound of those words. Sure.
でも
Or the Kingdom
戦
Hearts
う
song
って言っ
here.
てもマシロンに勝てる気はしないけど。
But even if you say we're gonna fight, I don't think I can win against you, Mashiron.
それは私も一緒だよ。
Well, the feeling's mutual, but I gotta try!
そう？
Really?
そりゃそうだよ。だってユーリ初めて会った時も言ったけど。
Well, yeah, really. I know I told you this when we first met, but
ユーリめちゃくちゃ可愛いんだよ。
You're so gosh darn cute, Yuri! Like, you don't even try, you just are!
お人形さんみたいで、しかもすっごく優しくて、ずっと私の憧れだったんだから。
You're like a doll, and you're super gentle too. I've always admired you. Yuri's face turned bright red at those words.
ありがとう、マシロ。じゃあ私、自信持って頑張るね。
Thank you, Mashiran. In that case, I'll be confident and give it my best. Oh god, I didn't mean to.
そうそう、それでよろしい。
Good! That's exactly what I want to hear! The two of them smiled at each other. They then glanced at Natsuko as he stared at the surveillance monitor.
やれやれ。なんでこの程度の男をさ、こんなに少女二人が取り合ったりしなきゃならないんだよ
Because
ね。
he's a harem protagonist, Mashiro. Good grief! How could two beautiful girls like us gotta fight over such a plain guy like him?
本当だね。
I knew, right?
まあ、あいつだけじゃいまいち頼りないし、みんなで脱出するまで私たちが力を貸してあげようか。
Yeah, maybe we should just date each other. Well, maybe he doesn't seem all that reliable on his own, so how about we help him out until everyone can escape?
じゃあ、脱出まで一時休戦だね。
So we're calling a truce until we get out of here then.
いいよ、共同戦線だよ、ユーリ。
No, Yuri. Not a truce. An alliance. Mashiro answered Yuri with a smile. Mashiro felt the darkness filling her mind quietly dissipate. She realized she had been waiting forever for this day. The day she could find herself in the cliched yet healthy useful situation of fighting with the friend she loved for the boy they both loved. Now let's really make this like one of my Japanese enemies! And she was sure that if she gave it her very best, without holding back for her best friend, then even if her love were to crumble, it would crumble without a single regret.
ねえ、ユーリ。
Thank you, Yuri. With your words, I can go to 100% power with no regrets! Same here, Mashiran.
私、ユーリの友達でよかったよ。
I'm so glad to be your friend. And with those final words, their time that had been frozen for 9 years began to move once again. Alright, now which ones do I do? Do I start? I think I'll finish off the ones from the beginning part. Oh, here's where she starts, this is her, like, lying about Yuri, the fake Yuri. Let's do this one. It's a memory of just about a week ago. The sights of the morning of September 10th float before my eyes. Mashiro was making breakfast in the Tenkawa kitchen as usual. And soon enough, she heard the living room door open as Natsuko greeted her.
おはよ
Good morning.
おはよう。
Ah! Good morning! Mashiro returned the greeting and quickly continued cooking. The newscaster on TV was rambling in a matter-of-fact tone of voice.
次のニュースです。
Next on the news.
今朝未明、6名市の BC トレーニングセンターに過激派団体による怪文書が届きました。
Oh, this is an old scene. Okay. Oh, here we go. I do it for Yuri, huh? Mashiro did indeed suffer a deep wound after losing her close friend. She was honestly happy that she could still talk to the deceased Yuri, by using empathy on Natsuko. But naturally, that couldn't have been her only reason. And what have all these 9 years been for? She had a faint idea of the real reason. But she felt that accepting that reason would mean betraying Yuri's memory. And that was why Mashiro would not even think about it. So she took care to only touch upon harmless and inoffensive topics when talking with Natsuko.
Natsuhiko, oishii?
Does it taste good, Natsuko?
おああ、おいしいよ。
Oh, yes, it's delicious.
そう、よかった。
Oh, glad to hear it. It was just a casual, simple conversation. But for Mashiro, it was good enough for now. Wait, so just to be clear, were all those other Ukita scenes new or old? Like, were they 100% old, or did they have some new stuff in them? For Mashiro, it was good enough for now. Oh, that was short as hell. Oh, wow, that was short. Jeez. Alright, let's, this is when, oh, the old other Ukita scenes were old with no new content. Okay. Is this first one of Mashiro's all old? Because it's interesting that these two were brand new. Alright. After learning about Yuri's death, Mashiro cried for a whole day. Oh, it's right here. Cicada season! Here we go. Time for some more Higurashi. No matter how much she cried. Oh, that's the only one that's a 100% old scene. Oh, thank you, Cheers. The top one, okay. No matter how much she cried, she could not recover from the sadness of losing a dear friend. Yuri had an ever-gentle smile on her face. Yuri had told her she was cute even when no one else would treat her like a girl. Yuri had praised her cooking whenever they played house. Yuri was the gentlest, cutest girl that Mashiro wanted to be. Mashiro's memories of Yuri came and went in her mind. Hey, Yuri. Oh, this is the baby, Mashiro.
Hey, Yuri. That was only about a year ago that we met, huh? I've admired you ever since that day. I thought that we kept hanging out together. I grew up to be a lovely girl just like you. But I never thought that we'd have to say goodbye just a year later.
Even his sadness filled Mashiro's heart. Just one other thing remained. Her worry for Natsuhiko.
I wonder if Natsuhiko's okay.
Natsuhiko didn't attend Yuri's funeral. He was apparently still in the hospital. He hadn't come to school at all.
I gotta go pay him a visit.
Mashiro wiped her tears as the bus arrived. As she got off the bus in front of the hospital, Mashiro went through reception and headed to Natsuhiko's room. Inside the hospital room, Natsuhiko was lying on the bed. Beside him was Dr. Tenkawa.
Professor?
マシロちゃん
Ah, Mashiro.
お見舞いに来てくれたのねわざわざありがとう
You came to visit, didn't you? Thank you for taking the time.
No problem. Is Natsuhiko asleep?
夏彦はね
Natsuhiko, you see. professor glanced at Natsuko. Machiro peeked at Natsuko's face and gasped.
Ah!
He wasn't sleeping. He was lying down with his eyes wide open. But there was no light in his eyes. He just stared blankly at the air.
Natsuhiko.
No answer.
Natsuhiko.
No answer.
Hey! Oh, what's wrong, Natsuhiko? Can't you hear me? Hey!
Oh, God. As Machiro shouted in confusion, Dr. Nakoma answered in her stunned stead. He can't hear you.
Huh?
ユーリちゃんの死を知ってからずっとこうなの。
He's been like that ever since he learned about Yuri's death.
ましろちゃんだけじゃない。私の声も、医師の声も、誰の声も届かない。
It's not just you, Mashiro. He won't respond to anyone. Not me nor the doctors.
事実を認められず、心を閉ざしてしまったんだわ。
He couldn't come to terms with the truth. And he shut his mind away.
No!
Oh, yeah, I thought this was... Yeah, okay, I can skip? Okay. Oh, new memories appeared. XD translucent. Okay. But before we do that, let's unlock the last key here. Oh. This continues directly after that. After Natsuko fell victim to stupefaction. Machiro quickly went to the hospital to visit him. Oh, it's literally right here. She prayed for the day that he regained consciousness.
Natsuhiko? How are you doing today? Well, today you see you was practicing BC, right? I actually successfully used telepathy for the first time. And I bad butt.
Oh, this scene has 2 keys. Interesting to use.
That means I'm finally ability level 1. I started using telepathy before you did, Natsuhiko.
No matter how much Machiro spoke, Natsuko would not respond. But even so, she would come speak with him, as she believed that was the only way to bring him back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
いやー、夏彦、今年の夏休みは暇だよ。
Oh man, Natsuhiko. I'm so bored this summer break.
去年は肝試しとか、シリウス脱出計画とか、七不思議解明作戦とか、いろいろあったのに。
Last year we had all these badass adventures. We had to test the courage, we freed Sirius, and we investigated the 7 wonders. And lots of other stuff. You could make a whole friggin' 13-episode anime about our adventures as kids if you had enough budget for it.
懐かしいよね。実は私、あの肝試しの時ね。
Good times, huh?
聞いたんだよ。
Oh, some BC here.
Actually, during that test of courage, I heard a ghost voice, you know?
あの時は怖くて言えなかったけど、七不思議を一つ解明できたの。お手柄でしょ？
I was too scared to talk about it back then, but it was evidence for one of the wonders. Cool, huh?
今年も解明作戦またやりたいなって思ってたんだけどね。
I kinda wanted to go on a selection mission this year too. But, you know.
But even as time passed, the summer break arrived. Nothing changed.
あのね、今日はね、ちょっとびっくりすることが起きたの。
Actually, something kinda surprising happened today.
隣 隣のクラスの男子がね、私のことを好きだって手紙くれて。
You see, there's this boy in the other class, and he sent me this letter, and it said he liked me.
ねえ、夏彦。
Hey, Natsuko, what should I do?
どうしたらいいのかな。
Oh, the next branch is later, so this is old stuff? Okay. Though the world around Mashiro was changing, time remains still for Natsuko.
ユリがいなくなっちゃったか。
Now that Yuri's gone, I've been all alone.
Mashiro suddenly realized just how much her own voice was trembling. Her vision had blurred before she noticed.
夏彦。
Natsuhiko?
Mashiro touched Natsuko's cheek. She could feel his body warm through the palm of her hand. He was warm. Blood was flowing through his veins. He was certainly there right in front of her, and yet they couldn't exchange words. Even though she could touch him, her mind was somewhere else far away.
Natsuhiko?
Mashiro touched his lips. Oh. She brushed up his hair. Oh my god, Mashiro! No, don't be a Shinji! She brought her own lips close to his, but stopped.
What am I doing?
This wasn't some fairy tale. There's no way that'd wake Natsuko up. He wouldn't wake up no matter what she did. Natsuko... Again, Mashiro muttered without expecting any response.
Hey, Natsuhiko?
寂しいよ。前みたいに夏彦と遊びたいよ。
I'm so lonely. I want to play with you like we did back then.
More tears spilled as she uttered those words. Her sobs echoed through the quiet hospital room. But then... Oh, yep. Yeah, this is old. I remember when he woke up. Huss. I see. Thank you. Oh, no. Yep. Perhaps some part of those memories didn't actually happen. Oh, here we go. Here's the explanation for that. Were the true events how Natsuko remembered them? Or what I just now saw of how Mashiro remembered them? There's no longer any way to know for sure. A new memory of Mashiro's floats now before me. Oh, wow. A memory she had locked away alongside her intense feelings for Natsuhiko. Oh, wow. Holy shit. Jeez. New memory appeared. Grateful Dead. Jeez. The one I love. Oh my god. We are eating tonight. Holy schnapperoonies. Wow. Oh my god. Oh god, so... no, damn it, I forget which ones are old and which ones are new. Fuck. Was the 2021, was this the old one, or these first two were new, or like, fuck. I definitely know that's new. This is amazing. Oh my god, we got so much stuff here! Magnetic Rose is the only old one. Okay, thank you. It was a story from before Mashiro and Natsuko got along. Back then, Mashiro was a boyish girl who bustled about town alongside the boys. The secret base that Mashiro was currently in was also a place they had found while bustling about town. The boys all called her a tomboy. And naturally, the one started calling her that. With that dastardly Natsuko. Ho ho ho!
I'm not gonna let him use the secret base.
いい？夏彦には絶対ここのこと教えちゃダメだからね。
Look, whatever you do, don't you ever tell Natsuko about this place, okay? Or I'll kick all your butts, asses, whatever.
Mashiro said a bad word.
No, I didn't. I said butt.
The boys around her nodded to her whispers. Mashiro had taken 3 boys to the secret base to play. Without telling Natsuko, of course.
それは分かってっけどさ。
I know, but still.
教えたとしてもきっと来ないよ。最近夏彦変なの。
I don't think he'd come even if we did tell him. That Natsuko's been acting weird lately.
どういうこと？
Weird? How?
なんかさ、最近落ち込んだりそわそわしてて、いつもの夏彦って感じじゃねえよな。
Well, he's been kind of fidgety and he's been looking kind of down. He just doesn't seem like his normal self.
知らない女と一緒にいたって誰かが言ってたよ。
Someone said they saw him with some mystery girl too, you know.
ああ、俺も聞いたことあるぜ。その人、小学生とかだって。
Yeah, I heard that too. She's apparently in elementary school too.
Deep down, Mashiro was surprised to hear that. She'd never heard anything about Natsuko getting along with a girl before. It bothered her a little as to what sort of girl she was, but...
Who cares about that guy? I know I don't, that's for sure.
It was annoying to think about Natsuko-related things, so she dropped the matter.
きっとその女が恋人になっちゃったんだよ。
And suddenly she's gonna be out for blood.
I bet she's his girlfriend now.
How what? How freaking killer!
恋人ができるとそわそわするって姉ちゃん言ってた。
My sister told me that boys get fidgety when they get girlfriends.
恋人か。夏彦はエロだな。
A girlfriend, huh? Natsuko's a perv.
エロだ。女と仲良くすることはエロって相場が決まってるんだ。
Oh my god, it's like you would say, you'd think a normal, they would translate this as cooties rather than pervs, because that's what, like, little kids at this age would say. Well, calling somebody a tomboy is very different. Like, Void Dweller. Like, calling somebody a tomboy means, like, it's a girl who's, like, being sporty and stuff. But, like, it's different when you literally call somebody manly. That's something different entirely. It's a pretty stark distinction.
Yeah, such a perv. Where's he get along with girls or pervs? It's common sense.
エロなんだ。
Poifs?
あれ？あんたたちは？
Huh? What does it make you guys?
私と一緒にいるけど。
You're with me.
Yeah, you'd think they translated it as cooties here, because perv doesn't seem like something a little kid would say.
だって真白は女じゃないもん。
Oh, I'm gonna kick your ass for that.
But you're not a girl, Mashiro.
男女だもんな。
A tomboy is a girl! What the fuck? My god, now they're being fucking mean.
You're a tomboy.
Ah!
Despite her half-hearted answer, Mashiro was irritated on the inside. She didn't know why. She knew she was being teased, but it wasn't just that.
まあ別にいいけどね。あんなやつのことなんか。
Well, whatever. Who cares about him?
Mashiro turned her face away with a pout. Whatever the boring reason was, it wasn't like she was going to figure it out like that. Afterwards, Mashiro left the boys and headed to the park. Despite all the things she said, it bothered her to hear that about Natsuko being with a girl.
一緒にいたらからかってやろう。
I'll go teasing if they're together. My dad showed me this one American cartoon from ages ago called Hey Arnold. about this girl who just continually pestered this guy that she liked over and over again for 100 episodes, and then they eventually got together in a TV movie that they made like 20 years after their show ended.
私のことを男女と言ったこと悔やむがいい。
Oh, make him sorry you ever called me a tomboy.
She had held that determination in her heart, and when she actually got to the park...
You're my eternal rival!
She didn't actually find Natsuhiko, but a lone cute girl there instead.
Could she be the girl everyone's been talking about?
Machiro had never seen that girl before. Even though she pretty much knew all the girls and boys in the neighborhood. So Machiro decided to call out to her.
ねえ、夏彦待ってるの？
Hey, are you waiting for Natsuhiko? Huh?
The girl slowly turned around to face her. There was something elegant behind that gesture. Machiro found herself overwhelmed.
夏彦くん待ってるの。
Yeah. I'm waiting for Natsuhiko.
へえ、そうなんだ。
Huh. I see. She seems like a calm girl. And she's cute like a doll.
お名前は？
What's your name?
ユーリ。あなたは？
Yuri. And you?
私は真っ白。
Me?
トバ真っ白。
I'm Moshiro. Moshiro Toba.
あなたが真っ白ちゃん？夏彦くんから聞いているよ。
Oh, so you're Moshiro. I heard about you from Natsuhiko.
なんて？
What did he say about me?
誰とでも仲良くなるのが得意だって。
Well, he said you're good at getting along with everyone.
私とも友達になってくれるって。
He said you'd be my friend too.
あいつね。勝手にそんなことを。
That joke! Don't go deciding things on your own.
やっぱり友達にはなってくれないのかな。
Huh? So, you don't want to be my friend then?
嘘なるなる。
No. No, that's not it. No. I will.
Machiro found herself unable to say no to Yuri's puppy dog eyes. But it wasn't as if Machiro was entirely reluctant. There was something about Yuri that Machiro was drawn to as well.
お話でもする？
Wanna have a chat? Yeah.
The two sat on a bench and talked. During their conversation, Machiro found herself fascinated by Yuri's every little gesture. Each gesture was sweet, somewhat subdued, yet quite beautiful.
And compared to her,
Machiro looked at herself. Her suntanned skin, plain clothes, she couldn't see herself pulling off such feminine gestures. The only thing she could really pride herself in the slightest was her hair, which her mother tied up for her. That was why Machiro admired Yuri and wanted to be her friend.
それからね。
and then, huh?
どうしたの？
Huh? What's wrong?
なんか真白ちゃんぼーっとしてたみたいだから。
You just seem like you're spacing out a little, so.
私のお話つまらないかな。
Seriously, Zarmagus, I was thinking the same thing. Like, dang, baby Machiro. Machiro might be a little bi-curious. Like, given what she said there and in the other one.
Was my story boring?
全然そんなことないよ。ち ちょっといろいろ考えてただけ。
Huh? No, not at all. I just had a few things on my mind, that's all.
It was too embarrassing to admit she was fascinated by her.
まあ、ゆうりちゃんはもっと自分に自信持たなきゃダメだよ。
Chase, you gotta be more confident in yourself, Yuri.
私もそう思うんだけど。
I think so too, but...
だけど
But?
Yuri paused and hung her head a little. And then she murmured as if she were talking to herself.
私ね、
Actually, I...
うん、
Yeah?
ずっと悩んでたの。友達ができなくて。
I've always been worrying that I'd never have any friends.
夏彦くんが最初の友達になってくれたけど、それからできなかったし。
Natsuhiko was the first friend I made, but I haven't made any other friends.
だから友達の作り方とかわからなくて。
So I really don't know how to make friends or anything like that.
こんなに可愛いのに変だね。
Huh. But you're so cute! That's weird.
Yuri's eyes opened wide.
可愛い。
Kawaii, cute.
あれ？なんか変なこと言った？
Huh? Did I say something strange?
そんなこと初めて言われたよ。
No one's ever told me that before.
でも私なんかよりましろちゃんの方が可愛いよ。
But you're way cuter than me, Mashiro.
え？
Huh?
Mashiro was shocked by that unexpected statement. The boys called her a tomboy, so naturally they all treated her like a boy. And as a result, Mashiro unconsciously began to think of herself as one too. So that was the first time she'd been told she was cute, and it really sank deep into her heart.
いや、でもゆりちゃんの方が可愛いよ。
Dang, those dudes were so mean to her. She was cis and having like some kind of dysphoric shit happening. Like, jeez, those fucking dudes. My god, the kids can be so cruel. Jeez.
No, but you're much cuter, Yuri.
ましろちゃんの方が可愛いよ。
No. No, you're the cute one, Mashiro.
Oh my god. God, like, Yuri's parents are fucking garbage. Absolutely. Jeez.
ゆりちゃんの方が可愛いよ。
You're cuter, Yuri.
ましろちゃんの方
No, you are, Mashiro.
なんかおかしいね、私たち。
We are kind of strange, aren't we?
でも楽しいね。
But we're having fun, aren't we? Huh? Yeah.
Mashiro was quite happy, to be honest. Not only did she make friends with Yuri, but Yuri had also told her that she was cute. Which made her happier more than anything.
Such a cute girl. Tell me I'm cute too.
That day, for the first time in her life, Mashiro felt proud as a girl. Ah, that is so sweet. Alright, yeah, the only Magnetic Rose is the only old one, so yep. This one takes place in the same year, but I assume after they all became friends. Yep. Yuri, Natsuko, and Mashiro became friends. They test their courage at a ruined building on the outskirts of town. A story of when Natsuko and Mashiro had gotten along and also become friends with Yuri. Mashiro had come with the other two to a ruined building on the outskirts of town as part of a test of courage. Oh wow, that is super interesting, Zarmegas. So, some information, if you set Mashiro low at one point, from Natsuko's perspective, when Natsuko was talking with the fake Yuri in Route B about Mashiro, he said Mashiro told him she was mostly interested in girls right now, which is clearly definitely not the full truth, but might also not be 100% lie, given with what we just saw. That is some super interesting stuff, Zarmegas. Oh wow, that is so cool. Yuri muttering with a quivering voice as she walked next to Mashiro.
怖いよ。
I'm scared.
大丈夫だよ、ユリ。私がついてるから。
It's okay, Yuri. I'm here for you.
まあしろ、声震えてるぞ。
Freaking nut! Natsuko is such a little kid. Natsuko is such a brat. Mashiro, your voice is trembling.
うるさいな、夏彦。ちっとも怖くないし。
Shut up, Natsuko. I'm not scared at all.
Actually, she was. But to hide her fear, she deliberately tried to speak cheerfully.
ところでさ、夏彦。ここってもともとは何の建物だったの？
Anyway, Natsuko, what kind of building did this used to be?
病院だよ。
A hospital.
病院？
A hospital? A hospital?
なんか何年も前に火事になってさ、人も死んだとか死んでないとか。
There was a fire here years ago. See? I think somebody must have died.
それで死んだ人の幽霊が出るとか出ないとか。
And I think that person's ghost might pop up here.
その幽霊は生きてる人を見つけたら取り付いて殺しちゃうとか。
The ghost of Watase's sister. So I'm thinking if that ghost finds living people, it might possess them.
六名士の七不思議の中にもあるんだよ。ここに幽霊が出るって噂がさ。
It's one of Rokame City's 7 wonders, you know. The rumor that a ghost appears here. I mean,
僕の友達の友達も見たって言ってたし、本当にいるのかも。
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy's brother, whose friends, cousins, sisters, aunts, nieces, nephews, step-aunt saw it, so it might be real.
大丈夫だよ、ユリ。私がついてるから。
It's okay, Yuri. I'm here for you.
まあしろさっきと同じこと言ってるぞ。
Mashiro, you already said that.
うっさいな、夏彦。
Shut up, Natsuko.
まあいいや。さーて、ここをぐるっと一回りしてこようか。
Well, whatever. How about we make a few rounds around this place?
まあ真っ白は外で待っててもいいけど。
You can wait outside by yourself if you want to, though, Mashiro.
せっかく来たのにそんなことするわけないでしょ。
No way. We came all the way out here, so it'd be a waste not to go in.
ほら行こう、ユリ。
Come on. Let's go, Yuri. Yeah.
Mashiro grabbed Yuri by the hand and started walking in an effort to distract herself from her fear. An uncanny atmosphere filled the silent factory. Even Natsuko's initial enthusiasm faded into silence. The silent air sent fear into Mashiro's heart once again.
Someone died here? Huh! It's probably just another one of Natsuko's lies. But it's not Tahiko's lie, isn't it? I heard that line from a game that my dad was playing. There's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. That's so unscientific. No such thing as ghosts. No such thing as ghosts. No such thing as ghosts.
As Mashiro kept telling herself that, she felt as if she heard a voice. Give up! Uh-oh. Mashiro's heart pounded. When she stopped in surprise, the others gasped.
どうした？
What happened?
何かあったの？
Did something happen?
いや、今何か。
Oh well, I thought I just toyed.
But before Mashiro could finish, the voice once again. You have to keep till bitter end. If you want to die, you can do that later. Crap! Oh my god, the ghost is gonna kill us all! Rather than hearing it with her ears, it felt more like it was echoing right in her head. Mashiro was overcome with surprise for a moment, and then she screamed. That voice caused Natsuko and Yuri to scream one after another as well. Whoa! Mashiro screamed again and made a mad dash for the exit.
That's it. I'm getting out of here. I've seen enough horror shows to know what happens to people who stay in a haunted house.
おい、待ってよ、真っ白。
Hey, wait up, Mashiro!
Mashiro, you said you protect me.
Natsuko and Yuri screamed as they chased after her. Mashiro just kept running without looking back. Once they were outside, Natsuko and Yuri finally caught up to her. When they asked her what happened, Mashiro lied to keep up appearances.
I tried messing around with you guys to try and surprise you.
Yuri tearfully said,
Mashi-han, you're so mean.
while Natsuko grumbled. Mashiro read the line, but it was too late to back down on it. And so the truth of the ghost slipped away into the darkness. Well, these have been just delightful. Seriously, what great scenes, and here we go. Only one fully repeated scene, which is pretty crazy. Now, you're back into the present day. Red for Salyu moves in. Dr. Tengawa secretly explains the details to Mashiro. Oh my god. Oh my god! Mashiro is gonna tell Dr. Tenkawa? Oh my god! I gotta see this. It was a memory of just a few days ago. The night Salyu arrived at the Tengawa residence. Mashiro discussed with Natsuko about how they should handle Salyu.
もっと夏彦も話しかけて。
The one I love. Oh my god! Go talk to her some more so she can relax a bit, okay? Once Mashiro made that suggestion, Natsuko looked a little troubled, but then he nodded.
わかった。なるべく努力するよ。
Okay, I guess I'll give it the old college try.
またその答え？
That answer again.
Oh, sorry, it's that answer again. It's not baby Mashiro anymore.
なあ、いや、適当に答えてるわけじゃないんだけど。
Huh. No, it's not like I'm trying to just blow you off or anything.
まあいいよ。期待してるからね。
No, it's okay. I'm counting on yous.
それじゃあね、夏彦。また明日。
Well, see you tomorrow, Natsuko.
ああ、またな。
Yes, later.
Mashiro responded with a smile and departed. She walked the short distance back home alone. But once her house came into view, suddenly someone called out to her from the darkness.
ましろちゃん
Mashiro?
Hi!
Mashiro jumped in surprise. When she turned towards the voice, she saw Dr. Tenkawa standing there.
あごめんなさい驚かせてしまったわね
Sorry. I didn't mean to surprise you.
博士どうしたんですか？ラボに行ったんじゃ。
Professor! What's wrong? Didn't you go back to Labo?
ましろちゃんと話がしたくて待っていたのよ
I wanted to talk to you, so I waited.
ゆいのことあなたにはもう少し詳しい説明をしておいた方が良さそうだから
It's about Yui, so I figured it'd be best if I explained in a little more detail to you. The professor explained more about Sayu. How she had been raised by strict parents and rarely ever left home. Yet another fake explanation. And how the professor couldn't bear to see her like that and temporarily took custody of her.
ゆいを夏彦と一緒に暮らさせるのは少し賭けだけど
Having Yui and Natsuko live together is a bit of a gamble, but
これはゆいのためであるし夏彦のためでもあると思うの
I believe it's for Natsuko's sake just as much as it is for Yui's.
夏彦のためですか？
For Natsuko's sake? You know, I could just live there!
Now, Mashiro, your parents would never agree to that.
I don't care!
あの子は他人に対し少し冷たすぎるところがあるでしょ
That boy's just a little too cold towards others, isn't he?
ゆうりちゃんやましろちゃんを除けばほとんど人に気を許すことはない
He doesn't let his guard down on anybody except perhaps you and Yuri.
他人の心を洞察することには長けているくせにね
Even though he excels at perceiving others people's minds, too.
はい。
Right.
You seem completely incapable of perceiving other people's romantic advances. Mashiro dared not mention that little detail. Oh my god.
My god, Natsuko has the density of a pure heroine protagonist.
だけどそれは実はねゆいと真逆の特性なの
But actually, Yuri has the complete opposite disposition.
ゆいは他人の心を洞察する力が極度に低いけど他人とのつながりを欲している
Yui's extremely poor at perceiving other people's minds, but she dearly desires to connect with others.
そんな二人を引き合わせれば最初は衝突するかもしれないけど
And while introducing those two might cause them to clash at first,
互いに足りないところを埋め合うことができる気がするのよ
I feel that the two of them can complete each other's deficiencies.
いいアイディアのような気がします。
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Previously, the professor, Mashiro Natsuko's doctor, thought that to treat his mental condition, they should give him more opportunities to establish deep connections with other people. That way, they could reduce his dependency on Yuri at least a little bit. That was probably why the professor had arranged for Sayu to live in the Tenkawa residence, but
でもなんで夏彦に直接そう言わないんですか？彼だいぶ戸惑ってましたよ。
But why didn't you tell Natsuko directly? He's quite confused by this turn of events, you know.
いやだって私が言うとあの子すぐ反発するし。
No, you see, if I said it, that boy would surely oppose it.
確かにそうですね。
Huh. I guess you're right. Mashita smiled wryly as she looked at the professor's lack of confidence. Wow, that is really lovely. She's confident that Mashita can tell Natsuko something that she can't. Something amused Mashita about how this awkward mother had trouble approaching her son. It was somehow charming how the professor never openly showed how much she cared for his son, and resorted to taking secretive measures like this one.
それでね、あの二人だけじゃ心もとないから、ましろちゃんにかすがいになってほしいのだけど、頼めるかしら。
Now I'm sure those two will be a little uneasy just by themselves, so I want you to help bring them together. Can I count on you?
わかりました。何でも協力しちゃいますよ。
Understood. I'll help out in any way I can.
ありがとうましろちゃん。
Oh, thank you, Mashiro.
いつもごめんなさいね。夏彦がるみで面倒なお願いばっかりして。
I'm sorry for troubling you about Natsuko all this time.
まあ難しいやつですからね。
True, we can be a little difficult at times.
でも私全然不満ないですよ。楽しんでやってますから。
But I don't mind at all. I look out for him because I enjoy it.
Here we go. Here we go. After Mashiro finished, the professor paused for a moment before asking another question. Now listen to me, Mashiro. I'm thinking of 8 grandchildren, even 4 boys and 4 girls, named...
Whoa. What are you saying?
Oh, please, do you think I'm blind? It's obvious you're head over heels for my son. And I approve, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah!
あのましろちゃん、いつも思うんだけど。
Here we go. Excuse me, Mashiro. I've always been wondering, but...
どうして夏彦のためにそこまでしてくれるの？
Why do you go so far for Natsuko's sake?
どうしてって。
Why, you ask?
Mashiro smiled wryly and sighed a bit.
博士も夏彦と同じで、こういうのには鈍いんですね。
I guess Natsuko had to have gotten his denseness from somewhere. Huh, Professor? Huh?
博士、
Oh my god.
夏彦のことを
Professor, you see,
すごく好きなんだと思います。
Oh my god! I think I really love Natsuko. The professor's eyes widened at the answer.
それは。
Well,
その男性として？
you mean as a man?
どうでしょう。
I wonder.
まあ今は親友としてかな。
Well, for now, was a good friend, I guess.
そう。
She keeps walking it back.
Yes, I see.
The professor muttered then smiled somewhat sadly. Mashiro! God, you keep on fucking up your own romance stuff. It's a good thing Yuri is so nice to you. When Mashiro said to the professor, she probably could not say to the boy in question. Mashiro thought she'd continue to keep those feelings to herself. Until the day came when the time was right. Oh, Mashiro, she keeps self-sabotaging. God damn it. Well, there you go. I guess the next one would be Enna, and wow, Ukita just had the least out of everybody, eh? I don't know how many of those have wow, look at Wadase. He has a whole fucking page, which makes sense. Look at this. Yo, dog, I heard you like keys in your new things. Oh my god. Yeah, everyone else has a fuckload. No, I didn't mean to do that, goddamn. Yeah, Yuri has a lot too. Mashino seems like she has the... No, Enna also has that much. Alright. Yeah, Wadase has a fuckload. And again, we don't know how many of those, the non-key ones, have new stuff in them. But we do know that Enna has 2 new things. Louise has, Salyu has 3 new ones. Watase has 5 new scenes. It's gonna take a while. Kazami has 2 new scenes. Natsuko, all of his shit I'm sure is new. Like Yuri's smile. Oh, this is an old one. Yeah, this is and yeah, these are new. I'm guessing that's like a final epilogue thing. Oh my god, this is the first time Machito came over. Oh wow. You know, I don't want to spoil it. Okay. Oh my god, Zarvegas, yes. I want to marry, not take one of a dozen kids, as a friend. Yes, Zarvegas, that's exactly what she's saying. Oh my god, you guys, well, I don't know how long this is about to take. I'm guessing, on a conservative estimate, I'll say maybe 2 people per, so only 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna say 4 more streams. So yeah, well, I'll try to end it on an even episode 60. So yeah, I'll try to end it on. I think 60 is a nice round number to end the series on, and what a series it has been. I don't think I need to save anywhere here, but thank you all so much again for this journey. I'll say more when it's truly over, but I'm really excited for all these new scenes. So until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.